Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have decided to do a reading that normally I don't do, but I don't know. I think I should be doing this reading, okay? So, I'm doing a reading for the Divine Masculine with regards to his situation with the karmic or the third party, okay? We don't know what kind of situation it is with the karmic or the third party, so it could be anything. So one layer of card will be this. From this deck we get the death card, so there is a change for the divine masculine with regards to this period in time. Okay, the devil and the death card. Yeah, there is some kind of restriction that he is looking at around this portion in time related to his third party or karmic situation here. Okay, death, Five of Cups. Yeah, there is some change that he is wanting to do, make it happen, but we'll see. We'll see. So, this reading will be designed keeping the divine masculine and third party or karmic situation in the mind here, okay, with regards to his understanding, feelings, situations, whatever the reason can be, okay. Let's see what the messages we get. Let's call upon a spirit guide, angel, ancestors, my divine source into this reading for the divine masculine when it concerns a third party or the karmic situation. We get the Page of Swords and the Magician. So there has been a delay in this kind of a situation. And this is an intellect of the divine masculine here. The intellect of the divine masculine that is getting better, getting much better, where a lot of delays that has happened with regards to the situation, and we'll see what is the message here for the divine masculine in regards to the karmic or the third party situation. So for some it can be the third party, for some it can be the karmic. We'll see. Wow, hold on guys, there is too many messages. My spirit wants to talk, tell me a lot. Okay, we'll reshuffle this, guys, and we'll see what the messages are. Okay. Too many messages. This is keeping the divine masculine and the karmic or the third party situation in mind here. Let's see. Okay, got the first one. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on. So, let's see what it is. What more messages we get. The Four of Cups. Okay. The Ace of Cups. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. The Page of Swords. Okay. The Lovers. That's you, Divine Feminine. The Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, hold on. Interesting combination. Okay. And I need one more. 3 3 more cards, my spirit, for this message here. Okay, let's see. The 2 of Cups. The 3 of Wands. And I need one more message here with regards to this situation. So treat this in the way that it resonates with you, Divine Feminine. Reason being that some of you guys could be going through a third party situation. Some of you guys could be going through both the third party and the karmic. Some of you guys could be only going through a karmic situation. So take it in the way it resonates with you. Hold on. The 7 of Cups. Okay. So we have both the karmic here as well as you, Divine Feminine, showing up in this reading, guys. Okay. The Hierophant. There it is. The contract. Okay. The marriage, the doctrine, the principles, the contract for the Divine Masculine. Okay. And the King of Cups. And the 9 of Swords. Okay. And the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Okay. So, and the Ace of Swords. Hold on, guys. And the 2 of Swords. Okay. There is a lot of mental energy here that is showing up, right? But at the end of the day, what I am getting at this point in time, now this reading will be with you from the 6th of September until the next week or so to check this energy. This is specifically designed with the Divine Feminine and the karmic or the third party in mind for the Divine Masculine. Okay. So with the Ace of Swords, it definitely talks about some kind of clarity right here. Okay. Some kind of clarity with regards to his fear. Definitely. 100%. Okay. There is something that he is leaving behind. Abandoning. And what I'm getting is he is abandoning the fear. The fear of money, the fear of his security, everything. Because the 7 of Swords is that energy that he had played upon at one point in time. And that has kind of translated into a fear situation for him as well. Okay. So there is some kind of a clarity, that stalemate energy that he had been sitting in because he didn't know what to do with regards to the fear, what he should do, how he should approach this situation, is definitely leaving his zone. Leaving his zone. Because somewhere there is success that is showing up. Somewhere there is success in his understanding, logical part, the mental clarity of his understanding. So some kind of success story is building up within him, right? Because of this situation, the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. There was a lot of pain in him, lot of pain, and it's like he's trying to get a breakthrough. The breakthrough has been waiting for a long time. So he's trying to find a clarity, a breakthrough through all these energies. You see the energies here? Pain, guilt, shame, suffering, dishonor, being ashamed. Like, talk to me, it's the works, right? It's the works right here in front of you. So there is some kind of situation that is really giving him a hard time. really giving him a hard time. He's finding it very difficult to forgive himself, let me tell you, because of his past action, because of what he did, which brought down this connection totally, which completely brought down, killed this connection because of his past action. This is a learning lesson that he has learned as well. Don't forget, with the Five of Swords. It's a learning lesson that he has learned, that he could not talk with honesty, he could not work with honesty, he could not speak honestly. There are a lot of things he did not do right. Right? It's all showing up. It's not me telling you. It's all here. It's right in front of you. So this has been a very intense learning lesson for him. Because you see, at one point, since I'm doing the reading for so long, to a large extent, I know the story on both sides, basically, right? From your side, from his side. So for him, today he's coming to his realization. This is also a part of realization, right? Don't forget. It's also a realization of what he did. And it could have been, he could have excuses, the fear, whatever that situation was. He will have explanation why he did that. But at the end of the day, it happened. It happened, right? So this is where he was not able to take a decision. He was not able to make a judgment call. And he's finding that difficult. It's karma. He's serving his karma. With the Ten of Swords, it's karma being served. Of the learning lesson with the Nine of Swords as well. Right? He's serving his karma for having done so much of wrong in this connection with you, right? And this is, he's feeling extremely depressed, let me tell you. He's feeling extremely depressed. It's a very depressive energy. He's not being able to sleep well. It's like he wakes up 3 to 4 times in the middle of the night for whatever rhyme or reason, and every time he wakes up, this thought hits him, that why he did that, right? Why he did that. He shouldn't have done that. So this is a very painful state of affairs. It's karma being served in his case is what I'm getting, guys. Lot of karma. Unfortunately. Okay. And then we get the King of Cups and then we get the Hierophant. So he could be in touch with some mentor. He could be in touch with some spiritual guide with regards to understanding his own emotions in here, right? Because he knows, let me tell you that, he knows he has made a big mistake. And that is something he might tell you, he might not tell you, but he's serving his karma very silently. Very silently, right? And that is the reason he knows emotionally, right? Emotionally, he has gone very wrong in the situation of this contract, the spiritual contract, whatever that situation. So he could be in touch with some kind of a mentor, somebody who is very spiritual, understands everything, right? Trying to gather or trying to understand what and how he went wrong, so wrong with his emotional self, right? What he did so wrong, because over here, if you look at the card in a different way, you will see that the divine is telling him, this is the Pope, the divine also. The divine is telling him, you have made 2 mistakes. That's why you're serving your karma, right? You have made 2 mistakes. And the 2 mistakes could be hurting somebody's emotion very, very badly. Because you see, when you hurt somebody, yes, it is hurt. But when you hurt somebody emotionally, right? You break somebody's heart. That is a big sin. That is a hurt that you cannot just rectify. There is no ointment to mend your broken heart. There is no quick fix for that, right? It's a huge mistake in this story here. When somebody breaks somebody's emotional trust, or somebody breaks somebody's heart, it's breaking your emotional trust, because that person finds it very difficult to trust back anyone in their life again, right? So this is where he's learning. He's made two big mistakes, and that's what the divine is telling him. You have made two big mistakes in your life. Now we'll see what it is. So the two mistakes could be that you have not been honest with either the divine feminine, nor have you been honest with your karmic or third party situation. More so, you haven't been honest, right? Because when you are playing with somebody's heart, you definitely knew that you had somebody else in your life, whoever that is, in the form of a karmic situation, right? And if that is what it is, you still went ahead with this story, right? And in the event, you managed to break one person's heart, plus you managed to break somebody else's heart too. So it's just not you, divine feminine, it is also somebody else that you have got into the picture, right? So there are two big mistakes. There are two people involved in this mistake because of you, because of your story, because you could not fathom the right way towards your spiritual understanding. That is the message, that you could not fathom the right approach to your spiritual values or your traditions. On one hand, you wanted to value your traditions. You were being rigid about the whole situation, that you cannot break a contract, you cannot walk out of a contract or a marriage or whatever the situation is at your end. On the other hand, you had a lot of love that you could not stop yourself from moving forward towards somebody, and in the event, you could not change your belief, you could not change yourself, you could not be the whole energy of the King of Cups, because somewhere you were very rigid with your approach towards the situation of love or the contract or the marriage. And in the event, there have been broken hearts that you now have. So these are the two big mistakes that you have made in here. Two big mistakes, right? So this is what he is learning about his own story. That yes, thing is that if you love somebody, right, you have to be totally honest, to not be rigid. Oh, I want to value traditions, I want to value my ethics, I want to value my morals because I've been taught like that. But on the other hand, I have a lot of emotions that I wanted to give to somebody. So I could not really break open the rules. I could not move past my doctrines. But at the end of the day, what happened here was that I broke hearts. I laid open, I kind of had broken hearts all over the place, right? So big mistake with your emotions. You did not know how to deal with your emotional approach in here. You were not emotionally intelligent. Because if you were emotionally intelligent, you would have thought about the whole situation from a different perspective. Not being rigid about your emotions, saying, oh, I can only not, no, I cannot give this emotion. Because why? Because I have somebody else I am attached with. I have married that person, or I have some kind of a relationship with somebody who is still in my life. So I'm being very rigid about my own emotional self. So it's a mistake. You can't be rigid and have love. Either you have love and leave the rigidity, or you be rigid and not get into something like this. You follow what I'm saying? So this is where the divine is telling him, you need to serve your karma. And this is why you're serving your karma now. Because this karma is being served because you clearly did not do the right thing with the Ace of Swords. We had given you the ace. We had given you the ace at one point, but you went in a different track. You went on a completely different track, right? You were fearful to take a decision on this thing, and so you kept that ace hidden. You tucked away the ace because you did not want to see the ace. What you wanted to see was nothing. So you kept your eyes shut because you were so fearful about this situation that you did not even see the ace. You kept your eyes shut and pretended there is no clarity, there is no ace. It's better to keep my eyes closed. That was your karma that you're serving. That you're serving today, right? Because this was a big time mistake right here. And this is what is happening right here. Okay. Now let's get into the reading, guys, and we'll see what the story is all about in your case. And I'm also going to clarify some, whatever I need to. What I'm getting, guys, okay? Right in the center is the lover's energy. So he still has two people in his life. The karmic situation is still very much there, okay? And you are still very much there. So there is this situation still existing in his life. That's point one. Okay, now we'll start off with the Queen of Pentacles. To me, the Queen of Pentacles could be the karmic here. Whoever it is, could be the mother, his mother, or it also could be the mother of his children. Somebody who is in that energy of being the mother, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles is normally a mother figure. Okay? So with this situation, he's stuck. He's stuck. He's not being able to move because that figure is still very much there in his life. He's not being able to overtake that or override that situation right now. But he's feeling there is a lot of boredom, lot of apathy of emotions, lot of regret that he has, when he had the opportunity, he did not do what he should have done, right? So now that it's that story, where he's feeling absolutely enclosed in a space, extremely bored with any kind of this emotional boredom, that there's nothing that to look forward to, basically. Because this person is not paying attention to him. Not paying attention to him at all. You see? There is a complete detachment of emotion with this figure in here. Okay, so there is extreme boredom with regards to emotions in here at this point in time. He's stuck. And why is he stuck? Because of the Ace of Cups, right? Because he knew that he had an opportunity for this ace, but he missed it. And now he's stuck. Now he's terribly stuck in that situation because he cannot even come forward to offer you that, because this figure is still very much here. Okay, is still very much here. So he's feeling extremely sad, depressed, that he knows, let me tell you that he knows that he had neglected. The cup was always there. The cup was always there. But because of this figure, right, which he knew existed in his life, that brought him the 3 dented cups, he was not able to pay attention to this cup that was there behind him. And all he looked at was the 3 dented cups, was only because of this figure in here, right? So this could be, again, this figure has people around her. That could be the third party situation here. That could be the third party situation here as well, who is tied up with this Queen of Pentacles. Because this figure is not only the mother, but is also a housewife, could be a housewife, a homemaker, has control on her finances. Let me tell you that. Has control on her finances. She knows what money is to her, right? And she kind of rules the roost because she is sitting in a comfortable position. Let me tell you that. Whoever it is, the karmic is sitting in a very comfortable position. In her home, she has all the luxuries. She has all the facilities in her place, right? And she also has people around her that he knows of. She also has people around her that he is aware of. And today he's coming to the point of realization that he did not act when it was the right time. And all he did was paid attention to the 3 dented cups and forgot about this beautiful cup that was sitting right behind him. He did not act on that because he was so focused on this situation with her. It also could be, guys, okay, it also could be that because she is in control of all the finances in her life, he did not want to upset her. Okay, because money does talk, let me tell you that. Money talks. So because of that reason, this person, the divine masculine, was harping on the fact of pleasing her, making her happy, though he knew that all the 3 cups were empty. He knew all the 3 cups were empty. But she had 3 cups. They could be empty, but there are people around her. The collective is still around her, whoever it is in her life, right? And she's, like I told you, she's ruling the roost because of the finances in her possession, right? And because of that, he wanted to make her happy. I'll be very blunt with you. He wanted to make her happy, and therefore he completely ignored this cup that was with him for you. That was with him for you. Okay? And this is what today he is understanding clearly, because he's been in observation of this story. Right? He's been in observation of the story, that what he did. He understands. He understands that very, very clearly what is the mistake, or there could be somebody who is telling him about this. There could be a message of this mistake that he is also learning from somebody who is intellectually very sharp and smart. Could be younger to the divine masculine, whoever it is. And if not, there is somebody who has observed the situation from his end and knows the whole story, right? And this person probably could be telling him what is that he did wrong. in here. So this story is embarrassing. He's embarrassed. This is also a person, an individual who feels very embarrassed now, because this person knows what they have done with you, Divine Feminine, right? See, thing is, whatever this person did, the Divine Masculine, he did that for his own benefit, his own reason. You could call that being selfish, whatever the story could be. But today he feels embarrassed about the whole, because when intellectually, when he's thinking about the situation as well, it's all coming back to him, right? It's all coming back to him. So that is why he is feeling embarrassed about this significant relationship of what he has done with you. He could have told you a lot of things, Divine Feminine. He could have told you a lot of things. Oh, I will do this. Oh, I will do that for you. Anything. All kinds of verbal promise. But he did not keep his word. He did not keep his word. He just spoke for the sake of speaking. He just talked for the sake of talking, but he did not mean a word of it, which he knows now, right? And that is the reason he is so embarrassed, because when he looks back on the situation, he can clearly see himself as to what he did in this relationship, because he had a choice. Fair enough. He had a choice, but what he did with that choice is today becoming his embarrassment. It is, right? Because he knew, because he had a choice, he made promises to keep you in line, but he was not willing to give up on the other person. So he kind of flawed in his intellectual decision, or even with his communication, right? What he said, he did not mean. He just spoke to make you happy for the moment, but he did not mean to keep his promise or his words with you. Because every time he was thinking, oh, I have an option. I don't have to be loyal or commit to her, right? That kind of energy I'm getting, that I have option, I'm going to look around for more option, I'm going to wait, I'm going to take my time. But in the meantime, I will tell her what it is I need to tell her. I'll talk to her. I will kind of flirt with her, right? But I won't keep my word. I don't mean to keep my word, right? I'm going to flirt with her. I'm going to laugh. She's going to laugh. You're going to have a good time. Because I'm not serious. I'm not really very serious about this situation, because I know I have somebody else and I have an option, right? And this is where you have turned away from this situation, Divine Feminine. You have turned away from this situation. You're not interested in this kind of a situation anymore. You're really not interested in flirting with him. You're not interested in having small talks with him, where he will come across and tell you some stories or tell you something and you will be entirely engrossed in that situation. You're not interested, because you too have learned about the whole situation in your understanding here as well, Divine Feminine. You have realized what he has been doing for this long. It was just that energy that he was using to keep you in your place, but yet not giving you the audacity or the authority to take the cup and, or to make this promise. He did not do that. Why? Because he was more focused on this person. Because she rules the roost, right? She has that money. She probably is giving him some money as well. Or maybe she's controlling the whole monetary part of the situation, right? So that is where he probably felt that he should keep her in place. But at the same time, he wanted to keep you as well. So what he did was he acted flirtish or flirtatious with you, right? But that was like on a very surface level. But he was never serious. He was never serious. He talked a lot, he communicated, called you up. Maybe some of you guys could have stalked you as such over the internet or the social media, trying to see what you are doing, kind of a situation, and then talking about it or not talking, whatever the situation, like stalking you so that you don't leave him, right? Keeping you in check, monitoring your activities, basically. Monitoring your activities, not letting you go out of his sight. Got me? You got me? So that was the kind of energy that you have discovered, because the thing is that you wanted this love. As the Queen of Wands, you had complete love for this man in here. You wanted to have this kindred partnership. You wanted to have this beautiful relationship. You wanted to nurture this relationship. You wanted to bring more balance and harmony in the story. Because you, by yourself, right, because you see the Queen of Wands is also the mistress energy. Well, this is the mother energy and the married energy. This is the mistress energy. This is somebody, in this kind of a reading happens when somebody has an extramarital affair, right? So in this case, even if it is not an extramarital affair and you are the Queen of Wands, and this is just the mother figure. Say, for example, he has a mother who is in control of her money, in control of her home. So in which case you are not the married person, but you are, could be the girlfriend, could be somebody he has come in contact with, right? So in that case, you wanted to nurture this story. You wanted to build this story because you had so much of love, because you considered this man to be your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever the situation is in this case, right? So you wanted this relationship, Divine Feminine. You wanted this relationship because you really wanted to bring this connection together. But then what happened was this connection severed. This connection got severed, right? You turned your back on this connection and you did not want anything to do with this connection. Because you, if this is you, I'm continuing with your reading, right? Because this is showing up in here. So you wanted this connection, but then when you realized that this is not going anywhere, Divine Feminine, you pulled away. You pulled away because you concentrated on your efforts. You concentrated on looking at your future, what you have to do, where you're going, what you are thinking. So what happened is there had been something that happened here, right, with this Two of Cups. So the moment you realized that this man is not serious about your situation, right, he's just passing time, he's being flirtatious and he's passing time with you, you immediately turned your back, Divine Feminine. You immediately turned your back and you started to gain your own knowledge and wisdom for your own good, basically. So there are a lot of, again, you have a lot of options here now. Okay, you have a lot of options in here. What is that you want in your life now? Because of the Seven of Cups. And you're not in a rush to take a decision. You're procrastinating all the decisions right now. Because you're looking at your options. Do you really need this person back? Or do you want to go elsewhere? What is the option you're looking at? Right? Some of you, divine feminine, you could also be looking at your future direction in life, what you want to do. What is the best possible solution for your growth, for your future? What is that you want to do? Because you have turned your back from this kind of a relationship and you are looking, you're hallucinating, you're fantasizing about different options that you have in your life now. So, this is where the situation is, right? And also, let me tell you, you have stopped communicating here, divine feminine. You're not communicating in, you're not. You're not communicating, you're not talking. You have turned your back. Now, for this man over here, this is a problem. He doesn't know how to bridge this gap of communication with you now. Because you are not interested. I mean, you don't have to say it. Okay? It's your signals, your vibes. Everything is telling him that you're not interested in the story anymore. Because you are looking at different options for yourself at this point in time. And you are thinking about that. Because it's clouded. You're still not very sure which direction you want to go, what you want to do. You haven't really selected the option, but you're working on that. So there is some kind of a smoke and mirror situation here with the Seven of Cups, where you're not yet sure of what you really want in your life at this point. But you're working on it, let me tell you. You're working on it, you're gaining more wisdom, you're gaining more knowledge, you're coming to some kind of, you're looking at different situations in life, right? You're not very clear that situation in your, what situation you want to take on, because to you, this connection is not really serving its purpose, if I can put it like that. Because some of you have realized that it's time for you to take a different route in life, right? Because when somebody has failed to give you that love that you deserved and you wanted, you have to definitely turn back and look at different options. Because some of you guys could have different people now coming to you, approaching you, talking to you, making their moves towards you. You never know, because you are mesmerizing, you are pretty, you are fantastic, you draw people to you. You don't go to people. People come to you. So some of you guys could be having people come to you with different options. Yeah, it can be possible, right? You still haven't picked up on that because you're still learning about it. You're probably hearing it out. You're gaining more wisdom. But there could be people who are coming with different offers into your life. For some of you, because you're pretty, you're sexy, you're mesmerizing, you're fiercely independent, you're boldly courageous. You got all the qualities that a female figure can have in the Queen of Wands, right? So therefore, there could be different emotional approaches that people are coming with different options in your life. Some are coming with a lot of money. Some are coming with love or showing you love, right? Some are coming with a lot of spiritual part, and some are bad. So you have different ones. Different options are walking into your life. So you still haven't made a choice if you want to take any of those options, divine feminine, but it's coming to you if it hasn't already come. Some of you probably it's coming to you, or if it's not already there, right? So a lot of offers could be coming to you on your table, divine feminine. And that is what perhaps, you are looking at this point in time. You're trying to figure out which is the right offer for you. If at all you want the offer or not. If at all you want to go forward with any of these offers that you have or the options that you have at this point in time. Right? Because you're starting somewhere, you are basically also looking at starting some kind of emotional journey here once again. Because you're fed up. And I told you that in your last reading, that somewhere you can't keep going on this story forever. You can't. Right? So there is a situation that is developing in your life because both this karmic and you show up in here. Right? And today he's feeling embarrassed because he knows he kept you on hold without doing anything for you. Really not doing anything, not working for you, not actually being serious about the whole situation. Right? And today he's feeling embarrassed because he knows what he did and who he lost in return. He lost somebody like you, the Queen of Wand energy. He's losing and he knows that. Because when he had that scope, he did not do anything about it. So now, if you go and pick up a different option that you have with your life, or people are coming to you with different options, he cannot blame you. He really cannot blame you, guys. Right? And I said that in my last reading as well, I think, if I remember correctly. Please talk to me about the Queen of Pentacles here. Ace of Cups. Hold on, guys. He was offering this love to her. He forgot about you. He took that cup and he went to her. Okay, here I am. A loving family. I have such a beautiful, loving family with you. That's what he told her. Right? The High Priestess in Justice. So what he did was, guys, he wanted to give this cup to her. He wanted to move this cup from here to here. Right? He wanted to open his heart to her, trusting her, believing in her, thinking that she is the soulmate, right? That kind of an energy with her, which is where intuitively he thought he will find a lot of peace and strength if she loves him and he loves her back, right? So he was trying to make her happy. Here I am giving you that cup. I love you so much. I care for you, right? But that cup did not reach her because there is silence here. There is silence in here. So if he had been trying to give this cup to her, it didn't happen. There is silence here with justice. See? Because this is, again, integrity and fairness. Taking responsibility for one's action. Cause and effect. Karma. So, happened in here, guys, with the Queen of Pentacles is because he is married to her, or somewhere there is a connection, right? There is a connection with this figure in here. He wanted to offer this love. He really wanted to give this love to this person. He wanted to make her happy, right? He thought that would find back his peace, that would find back his strength, that would bring him back his inner peace, inner happiness, if she accepts that cup, right? And that is the reason he thought that was justice. I mean, he should be doing that, to be honest. He thought it was only justified that this cup should go to her and not to you. And not to you. Because for him, this cup was important because he thought with this cup he would buy back peace. You see? With this cup he would find back his peace. He was not doing it for any other reason. He was doing it to find back his own peace in this situation by giving her or showing her that cup of love. But this eventually had turned into injustice, right? This eventually is not happening, not working. That's why justice is showing up in here. So whatever he thought he could buy peace with, right? Giving her whatever she wants, doing things for her, showing her a lot of love, will bring back a lot of peace in him, right? That didn't happen. That didn't happen. There was complete silence over this situation because it was not right. There was injustice. So there is some kind of a legal dispute over this situation now. Over this situation now. So it also could be, guys, because she's controlling the money part of the story. Let me tell you. Because she's controlling the monetary part of the story, he wanted to buy peace in this situation, so that the money part of the story is not affected. Right? But every action, the action that he took with the situation had a direct cause and effect in here, right? And today, he feels that whatever he did, justice has not been served for him. So he gave her the money, he gave her, or she had the money, she had that love, that sentiment, he offered everything to her, basically, only for himself. Okay, only for himself. But what happened is somebody else entered his life, and that is you, Divine Feminine. This is also a part of the story. Somebody else entered his life who took that cup away. Who took that cup away from her. Holy, yes. Oh my God, I'm sorry guys, I didn't mean to laugh, but that is exactly what happened here. That he was offering this cup to her. He was finding that inner peace, giving her, because she is in control of the money, everything. It was all going on, fine. But then suddenly, you appeared in his life. And the cup went to you, right? You took that cup from him, which is where that situation is turning into a legal dispute in here. Who takes the cup? You or she? Who takes the cup? You or she? Right? It's turning into a legal dispute because this mysterious woman entered his life. She knows there is somebody here who is that mystery woman. Somebody is here. She knows it. But she doesn't know you as such, you know what I mean? Like you guys don't sit together and have drinks. No. But she knows that there is a mystery woman who has entered her life in between him and her and has snatched that cup away. But she doesn't know who this mystery woman is because this mystery woman is very silent. She doesn't talk to her, and there is no speaking here, right? And that is where the question of justice is coming in. So, who gets the cup? Who gets the cup in here? Wow. Yeah. So she is aware of you. Divine Feminine. She is aware of you. Then you are the mystery woman who came and snatched the beautiful cup away from her. Right? And it's not, she feels that it's not fair. She also feels, hold on guys. She also feels that this has not been a fair deal for her. This has not been a fair deal for her. That's what she's feeling. Okay? And if this is the Four of Cups, if that is who she is here, she's feeling quite in apathy of this situation because she's not happy either. She's not happy about the situation either because that cup of love that she thought she deserved has been delivered to you, right? She knows that. She knows that. And that is where she is sitting here, ignoring anything else that is there in her life at this point in time, right? That also could be another situation here. Please talk to me about the Ace of Cups here. Not ignoring, but she is unhappy about the fact that now she's realizing that when she had a chance to take that cup from the Divine Masculine, she did not, right? And see, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, and this is where she's feeling extremely depressed about the whole situation because she knows that you are very much there still in his life. She knows it. So she is feeling very depressed about this situation in here, that her Divine Masculine has been taken away. There you go. Has been taken away. Wow. Has been taken away, guys. So that's why she is feeling completely in apathy of any kind of emotions right now. She's very unhappy because she might not say that. She's probably not saying that, or maybe she's saying that, we don't know. But at the end of the day, she is extremely sad because she knows that her son or her husband has gone from her hand. Please talk to me about the Lovers here. And that is why she could also be the person stalking you guys. Divine Feminine. She could be stalking you over the digital media, over the social media. She could be observing you. She could be in observation of both of you here. Because she knows that you're very much there intact in his life. There is also this kind of situations cropping back into this reading, guys. Please talk to me about the Lovers. She's aware of the situation. She's very, very much aware of the situation about you, Divine Feminine. The Sun. Yeah, she knows about it. She's very clear on this situation. Please talk to me about the Sun. That this Divine Masculine is with you or is for you. Her heart is towards you. His heart is towards you. She knows that. Okay. Four of Pentacles. But she also knows that even though his heart is for you, she knows it, right? That the Divine Masculine is with you, but he can't move. She knows that. And that's why she is observing every move he makes. Every move he makes. right? She's not freeing him. She's not letting him go to you. She's holding him. Because she's not giving him the money, or he has no control over the money. So whatever money he has, he's only having that much. The main kitty is with her, right? So this is the problem. So he's not being able to move. Please talk to me about the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. The Fool. He wants to, but he's not being, and this is where she knows that moment he gets his money, the moment he feels more secured about his monetary position, he will definitely move. He'll definitely move. Because she's not trusting this man. The reason she's not trusting the divine masculine is because she thinks that he is unpredictable here. He is adventurous, he's unpredictable, he can do anything. Right? Because she also knows that he wants to get rid of his responsibility in life. Right? He doesn't like to be restricted. He doesn't like restrictions. So this restriction that she is putting him through is what he's not liking at all. And she knows that. She knows that. So she is in observation of this person because she knows that the moment this restriction on his life is lifted, he will fly. He will fly. Okay? And that's why she's keeping a very, very close watch on his movement. Please talk to me about the Queen of Wands. He doesn't like restriction, and she also knows that internally, even though he may not be moving, but he is making plans to free himself. Let me tell you that. That also she knows. But the problem is that he cannot move right away because of the situation here, because of the monetary part of the story here, guys. Please try to understand the situation, right? So she knows that once he finds some kind of solution to this issue, he will fly. Because he doesn't like restriction. That is not him. Right? And with the Queen of Wands, you get the Five of Swords. So you are rejecting all ideas. You are not believing the story in yourself. You are not believing that this man is doing things because of whatever reason here. Right? And you're more concentrated on your own growth, Divine Feminine. You're not kind of worried about this situation here, more so I'm getting. You are more focused on how you can grow, on what you can do, the Four of Wands. You're perhaps looking at a situation for your own security and safety here, right? Because some of you guys could be feeling very dishonored in this situation. You're not feeling honored by all that is going on. So you could be feeling quite dishonored in yourself. So you're like, I don't want this. That kind of an energy. I don't want to be dishonored. I don't want to be abused. I just want to leave and focus back on my own path of development or growth in here, right? Because you feel that you're not you feel that you're not of any use to this situation anymore. You don't want to be a part and parcel of this situation anymore. So you are more focused, I would say, you're more focused on looking after your own deed, right? So you're kind of very, mentally you're very Um, Mentally, you could be rejecting a lot of things in yourself. You're in disbelief. You're not believing a lot of things that probably you're hearing from other people as well. You're probably not believing what is going on because, like I said, you're more keenly focused on your own growth and prosperity in here, where you have to focus and what you have to do in order to bring back your honor and your own self growth. Please talk to me about the five of swords because you have learned a lesson here. This is also a learning lesson, right? So, because you have learned a lesson, there is a lot of disbelief about situations in this story here. You're not going to believe everything that you are hearing or is being told to you. Somebody else could be coming and telling you, this is what is going on, that is what is going on. You probably will hear it, but you don't believe everything. Because see, the three of swords, yeah, see, this is where you learned your lesson. The spade is very much intact. So you are kind of rejecting all the ideas, all the situations about this man in here because you're not ready to believe anything. You're more, because you're going through so much of pain, or you have gone through so much of pain, you're trying to heal from this situation and you're trying to walk away. See, moksha, you're trying to walk away in order for your own growth, for your own rebirth, right? You want a complete rehaul in your situation, a complete overhaul in your situation. So you are trying to move away from this situation that has caused you so much of pain and worry and tension and stress and dishonor and shame and whatever, right? You just want to leave that and you want a second chance. Queen of Wands. You want a second chance to be yourself, to be independent, to be courageous, to be prominent. You are more focused on that, about your own growth, about your own self, about your own energy. You're not really focused in here at all. At all. See, because you want to have the joy and the victory in your life, divine feminine. So you are kind of bringing yourself back and you're working on that. Whatever happened, you have learned your lesson. You are trying to move away from that and you're working on yourself. You're really focused, you're really dedicated, you're really working on your self growth in here, right? That is very important to you now, very important to you. Please talk to me about the three of wands, the world. Yeah, see, you have turned your back from this situation. You have ended the situation here in your life, divine feminine, and you're looking towards different options in life for yourself. You're working for yourself. You're looking towards different options in life that will bring back, again, maybe you want another significant relationship. You want somebody else who can really honor you, who can really bring back that honor and love in your life. That is what you are working on, divine feminine, because you are completely tired of this whole situation and you're kind of bidding goodbye and farewell to this situation here because you don't want to be a part and parcel of this story in your life anymore. You know what I mean? So this is that energy that is going around between you, him, and the karmic situation here, right? So yeah, so this is a story, guys. So you're looking at different options. See, three of wands again, and the lover's energy, and yeah, see the two of cups. You have turned your back. You are more, you are interested, but you have options. This time you have options. This time, oh my God, guys, this time you have options if you want another relationship or not. Or if at all this person comes back to you, would you want to accept him back in your life or not? So this time around, you have options. See how the table has turned. How the table has turned. And it has turned, guys, because you have closed the old cycle of this shame, of this deceit, of everything that was a complete mess in your life, divine feminine. right? Enjoy this reading, guys. Leave me with a comment if you feel this reading has resonated with you, and let me know what you feel about the whole story. And we'll go into another reading after this to see what's happening. Till then, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.